Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live. I'm here with Sharon Johnson, also known as Raw and Awesome. And today we're going to be doing fresh pressed juices, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so we are in the spring. It's time for people to lighten up the load, and juicing and all those wonderful recipes that you can, mix and match all the vegetables and fruits. This is what people are all about right now. So tell them what we're going to be doing today.
So today we're going to make a couple of juices. One of the things that I love about juices, so it's so light, it is so refreshing, and it makes you feel like you're almost alive. I love to have juice early in the morning as soon as I wake up. But yeah, we're going to do some juice with these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful produce. And I have some that I made earlier with some beet juice. And
that I've been sipping on.
Yes, it is so good. Earlier you were saying that it looks a little bit like wine.
It sure does. Fine wine. Yes.
Getting high on the vibrance of life.
Yes. All right, so tell us what we're having in regards to what vegetables are we going to be juicing today.
Okay, so we're going to be juicing this produce over here.
Okay.
So we have some purple kale and we have some green curly kale as well. And so I really like the purple because, when you start juicing in colors, you want to make sure that you have a rainbow of colors in your system.
Absolutely.
That'll help you to get all the nutrients that you want and your body needs. And so your purple has a lot of your antioxidants, and it also is just a color that has just a lot of, all of your greens and all your kale has vitamin K, vitamin C. It has chlorophyll, lots and lots of chlorophyll.
And people don't know this either, but you have a lot of protein in the kales, and then iron.
Yes,
right?
yes, you do have to have iron as well.
So we have our kales, we have some celery.
We do have some celery, and so that's good with your potassium, and it's also good with some sodium. It adds a lot of flavor and texture to your juices.
Sure does.
It actually also has a lot of juice. Usually your kale, you're not going to get a lot of juice out of, but your celery, you are going to get some juice out of that.
All right.
All right.
And then we also have some lemon.
You have your lemons, which is a good cleanser. It helps with anti-inflammation, or helping to get rid of your inflammation. Helps with good, nice, clean, and clear skin.
Balancing the pH of your body.
Yes.
Yep.
So
the gut.
Your gut. Then we have some apples, of course. What did they always say when you're growing up? An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That's true. Yes.
So you definitely want to get your apples in.
Now, I like using apples whenever I press juices because this is like my sugar, right? So if you're really into not adding any, processed sweeteners like agave, maple syrup, even though those things are natural, they're still processed on some level. I like to use apples as a natural sweetener. Okay.
And I'm glad you actually mentioned that, because when we're doing juices, you always want to have a main base. And your base is either going to be like apple juice, carrots, celery, cucumber. You can use coconut water if you want. You can actually add water to stretch your juices if you want as well. But those main ingredients are going to give you the most juice and liquid out of your juicing. So that way, because if you use kale, you're probably going to get like this much juice, and then you're going to be frustrated because you're only going to be drinking about 4 ounces of juice. But those bases are really going to help to, one, make your juices not as earthy and green, and it'll add a lot of flavor. And like you were saying, the apples or the carrots is going to make it a little bit sweeter for those that are new and beginners to juicing.
And then we also have on this, in the beautiful basket, beets. I love beets.
Beets and beet greens. So when you get beets in season, they will come with the beet greens. And yes, you can definitely juice with the greens on them. The beets is your red, has a lot of antioxidants and your beta cyanines. And you want to, like I said, we're trying to juice the rainbow. So I will, if I do like 3 different juices of the day, I'll definitely try to have red in one juice. I'll have orange in another juice where I might use a golden beet, or I might use carrots, or I might use sweet potato. But you want to try to juice the rainbow. So today we're doing most of the rainbow, but you want to definitely get the rainbow in.
And then, we've been doing Spring Into the Raw. All of the items in this produce basket are on the Spring Approved list. This is the only one that isn't, so you can add or subtract this off. Today we're going to add it in, but why are we using cucumber?
Cucumber adds a lot of liquid, probably 75-85% of cucumber is water. You're going to get a lot of your structured water from all of your produce. And it's good for your skin. It's also anti-inflammatory as well. So if you have puffiness of your eyes or ankles, this is one of the produce for beauty. So you definitely want to add that in.
And then also, cucumber is a diuretic. Yes. So it's going to pull all of that excess salt out of your body that doesn't need to be there. Mm-hmm. So whenever I'm juicing, I like to use the cucumber and the celeries towards the end. to get all the things that were stuck in the blender. It gets all of it out.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so that's it, right? That's our produce basket.
Yes.
All right. And so let's talk to folks about the different kinds of equipment that you can use when you're juicing.
All right, sounds good. So one of the things that a lot of people ask, what do you need when you're juicing or doing a raw food diet? You need a cutting board. You need some knives.
Some good knives. That's right.
And you can use a juicer. So I don't want you to, a lot of people are like, well, what kind of juicer do I need to get? There's so many that are out there. Honestly, when I first did my juicing, I had a Juice Man juicer, but because I was doing a lot of leafy greens and it was like shooting my leafy greens out into the chute, I decided that I actually was going to use my Vitamix. So I used my Vitamix, and then I used basically added a little bit of water, and then I dumped all the juice into here, into a bowl, and I strained it.
Okay.
So don't let not having a juicer stop you from juicing.
I love
you
that.
can juice however you want. You could get these off of Amazon, your natural food store. This is just a nut milk bag, or you know, there's a couple of different terms. A lot of times people will sprout with these bags, a sprouting bag, but this is one tip. So you have your centrifugal,
right? Centrifugal.
Yes, juicers that actually kind of act like a washing machine on spin cycle. So basically, when you're looking at it, it's spinning the fruit into the basket, it's shredding the fruit against the plate, and then it's pulling the juice out. And a lot of times, if it's spinning it too fast, it'll oxidize your fruit. So you just kind of keep that in mind. But a lot of the reasons why people want that is because, especially if it's just one or two people, it juices like in less than 15 minutes.
Exactly.
It's easy to clean, and but some of the drawbacks is it's a lot of wet pulp, meaning a lot of your juice is going to be left in your pulp, and it doesn't really do leafy greens very well. But like I said, it's easier to clean. I still use my Juice Man juicer that I've had since 1999.
I had a Juice Man juicer, yes.
And I use it, especially if I'm going to be drinking my juice within the next 15 minutes. That's absolutely fine.
That's the key. And ideally, you want to drink your juice right away. What is the shelf life? Let's say you can't drink your juice right away. What's proper storage protocol? So
one of the things you want to do is you want to have your mason jar, and if you're not going to be able to drink it right away, make sure that you try to fill the juice all the way to the lid. You're going to put your lid on tight, and if you can either put it in the freezer, because that will help, or definitely at least nothing at all, put it in the refrigerator. If you're doing it from like your Juice Man juicer, then you want to try to still drink it within the next couple hours, because you're losing a lot of your vitamins, nutrients, and everything that you want for your body. It's still better than drinking soda or fruit punch or some of those other things. So I would say still drink it, but you still want to at least drink it that day. Now, if you're starting to move towards your masticating juices or your juicers or your single auger juicers or your dual auger,
I think it's called auger,
masticating juicers.
Where you push it in and then this churn, right?
And it's like a grind, and it grinds the fruit together. Those you could usually have less RPMs, and it's slower, and it will actually leave the juice intact, the enzymes intact, up to 72 hours.
Which is amazing.
It is amazing. I still try to drink it that day, but you could taste the difference. If you use some of your other juicers that aren't as expensive, you will taste the difference by the end of the day. But when you're using, something like your Omega Bird or your Champion or your Breville, you can usually drink it in the next couple hours, and you'll be just fine.
Right. Awesome. All right, so today we're going to be using a Breville.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Breville is one of those. It's not masticating in the sense of it's the auger, but this one you can definitely store it in the refrigerator. You can even put it in the freezer if you want to, as long as you store correctly. And it actually has dual settings. So if you're juicing things that have like pores, like apples or something that's a little bit more firm, like a carrot, you can dial it all the way up to I think 5, and it will just pull out more of the liquids. If you're doing something like a lettuce or something like that, you can dial it down. So I always just keep it up high so that I get as much liquid as I can out. And then the other thing I've been doing is I've been using the pulp for different things. So carrot tuna, like if I'm making carrots, I'll use the carrots for carrot tuna, or you can make breads with the pulp, so the pulps don't have to go to waste.
Right. You can make soups with it. You can dehydrate it and take it with you if you're traveling.
Cookies, crackers. So you can do all sorts of creative things with the pulp so that you have a longer life with the vegetables beyond the liquid, right? That comes
Absolutely.
out. Absolutely. All right, so let's do it.
Let's start juicing. All
let's
right.
start juicing. All right, so let's move this out the way so that we don't knock anything over. Isn't this beautiful? This is some beet juice along with some other goodies in here.
Yes.
But it's like fine wine. It's just so pretty.
And so what we have here on this side, the juice is going to come out into the catch right here. And then on this side is our catch bin. So all the pulp is going to come over here.
Yes.
And right now I just have a plastic bag to catch all the pulp. That makes cleaning up a little bit faster and easier.
Easy.
But another tip that I have for you
Ooh.
is if you put this in here, sometimes with these type of juicers, there's a little bit more wet pulp.
Yeah.
So if you put this in here, you actually can just pull it and you get more juice.
That's an awesome tip.
Now for my Juice Man juicer, I love it, like I said, and I will continue to use it until it falls apart. But I almost get like a half a cup to a cup of juice.
Are you serious?
I am
just by putting
so
this
serious.
in there. Really?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
It's the junior, so you know. But like I said, I love it. It's convenient, and I still get what I need from it.
Okay.
All right. So
we're gonna turn it on, and then as you can see, we're gonna dial it all the way up. All right. And then we're just gonna add. Right. Now, is there any technique?
Alright, what I do like to do is if I'm doing the leafy greens, I like to follow it with your firmer produce. So that way it kind of helps it go through and helps it to spin a little bit more. Oh, this is nice because you have nice wide shoes.
And then you have your lemons in there.
Yes, I love adding my lemons fairly early. Fairly early on.
So
the joys of juicing.
The joys of juicing. I actually like doing this with children. It's a lot of fun.
But the lemons, especially if you're doing like fresh apple juice or something like that, it will help to keep the apples from oxidizing as fast.
That's actually good.
All right, let's throw some celery in here. I love this.
Yes. Go ahead. All right, let me check this because it sounds like it's a little low. Oh no, it's good. It's good. It's good. All right. So why is it making that sound? It's fine. Just keeps sounding like it's low. Let me see. All right, we're good. We are good.
So what would you call this blend for today?
This blend is kind of similar to your green lemonade.
Yes.
Basically, we're doing cucumbers, celery, apple, lemon juice, and kale. And if you're just starting with juicing, then you can use a little bit more fruit, but the rule of thumb is you really want a quarter or less of your whole juice to be fruit. The rest of it, if you don't want it to be too green, to be like cucumber, or in this case, the celery. But because if you put too much kale and you're not used to it, it is going to taste a little green for you. But yeah, this is a really good one to get people started on.
Yes.
If you are doing a little bit more fruit, then you probably only want to do like 4 to 6 ounces. You don't want to do too much fruit.
So let me say this, y'all. Sharon's a beast. What do I mean by that? She did a 60-day juice cleanse. 60 days. All juices. Now, was there like a strategy? Was there a way that you went about doing that?
Well,
in terms of like throughout the day, did you change your juices? Morning you had certain ones, in the evening you had different ones?
I did. And so let me start with a little bit of why I did it.
Yes.
Basically, I've been battling with my weight for like since I was probably 4 or 5, just forever. And so I knew that if I didn't start doing something by college, that I was going to be kind of like my family. I would have high blood pressure. I would, have cancer, which runs in my family. Diabetes that runs in my family. And I needed to do something. So I was doing all these yo-yo diets. I was doing a cabbage soup diet. I was doing an Atkins diet. I was doing Weight Watchers. I was doing a lot of different things. I had good results, but I was always getting it back, and it wasn't really teaching me how to eat to live. So I knew that I needed to make a change. So we might be getting a little full there. And so I kind of started moving towards a whole plant-based diet, majority being raw foods. And then I started learning about juice. And so I learned about all the benefits of juice, and I started doing, you know, a 1-day juice for my breakfast and just changing out maybe lunch the next day. And I really fell in love with juice and some of the benefits of juicing.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I had been following a couple of people, David Granioshak, Dr. Gabriel Cousins, Dr. Sabi.
Gabriel Cousins.
Yes.
I love him. Yes.
Yes. And
Tree of Life.
Tree of Life, yes. And I decided that I wanted to do an extended juice fast. You know, like I said, I was having a hard time breaking the addictions of sugar, of a lot of processed wheat and you know, just all of those different things. So I decided I wanted to do this extended juice fast to help release some of those addictions and just to kind of reboot and reset my body.
Yes.
And so I decided to do the 60-day juice fast. Like I mentioned earlier, I only had the Juice Man juicer, and I knew that the juice was not going to last all day, because I knew that if I was going to try to do at least more than 100 ounces of juice a day, and I knew I needed to have it for lunch and dinner, me using that juicer, which I'm supposed to drink the juice within 15 minutes, was not going to work.
Right.
And so I decided to use my Vitamix. I used it on the low setting, and I would make an array of juices. But basically, when you first wake up, your body's a little acidic, and so I wanted to make sure that I was getting a juice that was going to help my pH level to go a little, you know, above 7. So I wanted it to just kind of wake up my system gently and bring my pH to where I wanted it to be.
Now, why is your body acidic when you first wake up? Tell folks why. Do you know?
I'm not sure about that, but that's something that naturally happens. I guess because our body's just naturally acidic, and so just having some of the alkaline food just really helps. And especially we've been asleep for like 7 hours, 8 hours, so our body's just going to that process.
Right.
But I do know that my body, I could tell when it's a little bit more acidic, but depending on what I'm having, I might not be able to digest a lot of things. So having that alkaline juice really, really helps, and it helps to wake you up as well.
Another good thing that you can do is if you have alkaline water, that can be the first thing that you drink. Maybe you have 16 to 24 ounces of that, and then that's what you have for the first 2 hours. You don't eat anything else because you don't want to alkalize your body so much. You eat something and then it doesn't break it down. So that would be something really good to do as soon as you wake up as well.
Yes, definitely. And you could also add some lemon to your water. That'll help to make it alkaline as well. And when we usually sleep, we usually lose between 8 to 16 ounces of our water in our system. We wake up slightly dehydrated. So definitely starting off water. Usually I would do that, and then I would follow that with my juice. And so I would do my alkaline juice, and then for my mid-afternoon snack, then I would start having something with a little bit more fruit. And that's where I would bring in my beet juice with some apple, with some lemon, with maybe some carrots and some, you know, leafy greens still. And then towards my lunch, I would still have, you know, probably not as sweet, because now I should have already had my pick-me-up from the day from my juice that's a little more, has a little more fruit. And so I'd have another juice that might be a little bit of hybrid, might have more cucumbers and celery, but still have some apple. And then dinner, since I'm kind of settling down, I don't need as much fruit. So then I go back to my green juices. But your fruit and your produce and your veggies, green veggies, you kind of want to have a balance of them, because you don't want to be too alkaline. You want to make sure that you still have a little bit of acidic to just balance yourself out.
Exactly. Yeah, so that you could digest your food. If you're too alkaline, then you're not really digesting your food properly. So that's really important for people to know.
Yes, but anybody can, you know, 60 days is not for everyone.
How was it? Was it exciting? Like, did you feel good afterwards?
I did. I felt good during. It was just an amazing experience for me. The first 3 days are always the hardest, you know, with any juicing for me.
True.
Is it the same for you?
Well, you know what? Yeah, I would say so, because you have the cravings of these things that you want, but then once you sort of get your mind right, you're not thinking about those things anymore. You just kind of in it and you're focused, and it just goes away. Yep. And then also you get addicted to the new feeling that you're having of vitality. It's like you don't want to go back to the old stuff, right? So that really helps to shift how you're thinking about the foods.
Absolutely. And so the first 3 days were a little difficult, but after that, like after I got to day 5 and day 7, I literally felt like I was walking like 1 inch off the ground. I mean, it was amazing how you don't realize how much mucus is in your body, and it's kind of clouding your eyesight, your nose. I was able to smell, you know, it's just my sinuses were clear, so I was able to smell everything and everybody. Like, it's just amazing how much you can smell. It's just like, I remember doing a 5K, And I was on juice, and I was like, I was
I
just
could probably
barely
run forever.
Yes, and
Yes.
I just had so much energy, and my sight going outside, everything just looked clearer and crisp, and just being alert and just not having that brain fog was just absolutely amazing.
That's real talk. The brain fog is real. Since spring into the raw, the brain fog is gone.
Good.
It's been amazing. And then the other thing that I think happens is more creativity.
Oh yes.
You just start having these ideas. You're like, oh my God, you want to create. It's through the roof.
Yes, very creative, and also because you're juicing. And for me, I was making all my juice in the morning, so that freed up my evenings because I didn't have to think about what I'm making for dinner. I didn't have to go to the grocery store because I already had my produce. So that freed up time for me to do a lot of those creative things and just enjoy time with family and friends and just being within and doing a lot more, meditation and going for walks and going to the park. And like I said, I was actually running at the time, so I was getting prepared for a race. And so I had all this extra time that I was able to take care of myself.
That's the life right there, right? Isn't that the life? See, this is what we want people to see. Like when you're doing plant-based, whether it's juicing or eating a certain way, it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
And, once you sort of it's contagious. Once you actually have those feelings, those experiences, like you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back.
You don't, and then your palate is as you start juicing for so long, your palate starts changing.
Yes,
and
you can everything. Everything. It's so much more intense, right? It's
yes.
so good.
And I remember I made some fresh grape juice, and I was just gonna have a little bit, but it was so sweet. I couldn't even handle it. I had to put more water in it because your palate starts changing. And even the juices that I was putting apple or carrots in, at that time I had to start putting less of that in there because I was so sensitive to the sweetness of the fruit.
Wow. All right, so let us get this juice ready. So as you can see, what tends to happen when you do juices, your bucket can fill up with the pulp. And then it just starts to slow down. So this particular juice, the pitcher,
you can see the rainbow in there.
It has a design like it's engineering so that as you pour, the foam is gonna stay inside of the pitcher, but more of the liquid is gonna be in here. So we can actually swirl this around just to make sure that we get the blend of all of the wonderful produce that we juiced. And as you can see, there's foam, so I'm going to actually show you that real quick. Right?
Yes, usually your leafy greens and your apples will do the most foam. So just so you know. But the foam is fine, and a lot of times if you set it down, you see how after she stirred it, a lot of the foam went down. So you can still drink it, there's no problem, but you just have to kind of swirl it around a little bit.
All right, and then what we're going to do is just pour.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah, there we go. And see, notice there's like a little lip in there that keeps the foam in the glass or in the pitcher. All right. So this is like our green lemonade, right?
Yes. So the one thing that we did not put in here was the apples.
We had some of the whole apples in there.
Yes, I forgot your shoot is able to do
you
that.
did that. And then, like I said, you can add cucumber. You can leave the cucumber out if you just want to do spring. You can add some beets to this if you want to get the red right. So it's up to you.
Yes, and then also I have a couple of add-ons down here. If you want to add more lemon juice, you definitely can do that. Then we also have some cayenne, turmeric, and some Celtic sea salt. Actually, this is Himalayan sea salt. This will help to add some trace minerals and elements to your body. And the turmeric is anti-inflammatory, and then your cayenne is heart health. Helps with your circulation, high blood pressure, and things like that. So,
I love it.
Are there any other benefits that you?
So it definitely takes mucus out. Yes. I would also say that if you're using turmeric, I always tell people to activate the curcumin in the turmeric. You want to use black pepper. People don't really know that. And then you can just blend those things together. And then you can actually get the anti-inflammatory effect of the turmeric.
Nice. And you can also buy this fresh too. So you can actually buy
Yes. So I would prefer to use the fresh turmeric and juice that along with some black pepper seeds and just put it in the juicer one time, and it's fresh, it's good to go.
So you can put the seeds in too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Good. Do that. Yes. All right. So you want to add some beets? What do we want to do?
Oh, yes. Let's do our beets.
So we have this one beet here. And let me just show you guys what we have here. So when we pull out the shoot, right? It's a little wet. I think we have a little bit more space. So we can do that. And we could just add in some of the beets. Ooh.
Where's the...
There we go. All right, so I'm going to, we need to put that picture back.
Yes.
Where is it? There you go. Put the picture
don't
back.
do like me, because I have before
I've done
forgotten
it.
to put
I've
the
done
picture
it.
on there.
Oh, I've done it.
Yes. And I'm like, oh, man.
All right, so we're going to turn this on. Turn it up.
I forgot you have a shoot that can fit this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that Oh,
go.
yes.
Right? Nice. And then I'm going to add, can I add?
Yes,
I'm going to add this because I always feel like if you don't do that, all the red that you see around the juicer, you're not going to get all of it out.
Yes. I do the same thing. Like if I have beets in there, I'll follow up, like she said, with either apples or cucumber or celery. And I also do the thing, if I have like lemons or ginger that I'm using, I also like to follow that up as well.
There we go. I actually think it's fun when it falls out like that. All right, so we have beets, we have cucumbers, and we have apples.
Apples, yes.
All right. And then you can actually use this. This is a mason jar. This is nice for transport, right?
Yes, and I love it because it's glass, so you don't have to worry about any PBAs or anything that you might be concerned of, the plastic leaching into your produce, especially if you're going to leave it in there long term.
All right, so we're going to do a little quick stir once again, just to make sure everything is incorporated well. Look how pretty it is.
Yes. Drinking the rainbow.
Oh, yeah. All right. And then see, some of the foam is coming. I actually don't like to waste anything, so I would add a little bit of water and then put it in here because it might be a little sweet because we're using apples and beets, right?
Nice.
So these are our juices.
And once again, now, you know, a lot of people are wondering, like, you know, juice can be kind of expensive sometimes depending on what you're getting. You're mainly wanting to get organic versus conventional. I would say if you have a choice of not getting juice at all versus getting organic, or, you know, go ahead and get conventional if you can. Try to stick within the clean 15 or the dirty dozen.
Absolutely.
But also, you know, with your juice, you could stretch it with water. Yeah. So you use your fresh spring water or alkaline water, and that'll help to stretch your juice a little bit.
And then make sure you clean your produce very, very well.
Yes.
So I know when we were talking last night, Sharon was basically taking her time to clean the produce to make sure that there was no residue on there in preparation for juicing it today.
Yes.
So that's also going to be another tip if you can't do organic, just making sure that you clean it properly.
Right, and also, so all this produce is organic, so we technically could have left the peel on the lemons, but the lemon peel actually makes it a little bit bitter.
Yes.
But like the cucumbers, for example, say if we did not get that organic, what I would do is actually peel it with a vegetable
peel it
peeler.
off. That's right.
So there's, you know, tips and tricks around that, but still, if you have to do the conventional, go ahead and get conventional because that's still going to be better than Coca-Cola or, you know, some of your sodas and some of your other, you know, high sugar drinks and juices. So.
All right, now Sharon, please tell them about the book that you just came out with.
I have a book.
Yes.
So basically, you know, I've done juice fast retreats in the past, and so I'm going through so much information and. I get a lot of questions, and I decided to do a guidebook for them, and then a lot of people just said, why don't you make that available?
Yes.
And so I decided to make it available. Yes. It's called Juice Fasting Made Simple, Tips and Tricks, and it's on Amazon. I just released it March 1st, so I'm really excited about it.
Do you have a copy here?
I do.
Yes, get it. All right, and what we'll do is we're going to post in the thread the link to Amazon so that you guys can get your copy of the book. Also, yes, there we go. Awesome. All right, and then you can also they can find you on YouTube too, right?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel where I go through a lot of these tips and tricks. So this is not a recipe book. This is really about how to do this while you're traveling, what kind of produce should you use, what's kind of, you know, do you usually use more produce versus fruit? Why do you want to use more leafy greens or your vegetables versus your fruit?
Yes.
talks about why you might want to just intermittently do your juicing either for just one day, or if you may be interested in extended days. It talks about why you want to drink the rainbow and some of the additional benefits that you get from juicing.
Awesome. All right, y'all. So we about to drink juice.
Yes.
I feel really good because we did a sweat last night, and I'm still just on a high from that, and I just want to keep it light. So we're going to have our juice. I'm Chef Bee. This is Sharon Johnson. The way that you can connect with me is chefbeee.com, and that's Be Empowered, Energized, and Engaged.com. There you're going to find the cooking shows, you're going to find information about essential oils, our plant-based meals to go, and then also our seasonal cleanses. You can also check me on YouTube as well. All of the cooking shows are there as well, along with other things, all other goodies. All right? And then what's your Instagram handle? Tell them.
I am raw and awesome everywhere. And so definitely go to my website, rawandawesome.com, and you'll be able to get to all my social media.
Very cool. And I am Chef Bee on IG as well. All right, y'all. So here you go.
Thank you.
And this is mine. And we are so thankful that you guys joined us today.
Yes.
Check us out next week. And we look forward to connecting with you. Check it out. Real simple, really good. Really
Easy.
good.
My cells are singing right now.
Love it. All right, y'all. Over and out. We'll talk to you guys soon.